Hello, yeah, I was supposed to have done a review last night, but we had a family meal and, yeah, no. Too much drink and food and nah. So, I'm going to review something I got when I was away. And it is this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Yay! Might as well take this off for the sake of the review. Right. This was the little £20 set. It was the first thing I got when I was there. If you've seen the whole video, you've seen the other couple of things I got. Nothing fancy. But this was just sort of like... There were two main selling points. There was this one. I just wanted to see how it worked out being a massive... I haven't got the official one. I've got a quite close official Kubian knockoff, which I didn't find for this review because I'm lazy. And then I've got a Nemesis Prime knockoff of that. And then this is another step down the knockoff ladder. So I want to see how it worked out. We'll get to it. There's also this Hound. I keep calling him Bulkhead because he should be Bulkhead. There's him. This is based off the original Age of Extinction? Yeah, Age of Extinction Hound, which I never got. So I was interested to see how that worked. Age of Extinction Bumblebee. Ugh. Drift. Oh, poor little fella. We'll get to that. And Crosshairs, who... Yeah, he's there. Some of these figures don't come off as well as the others, unfortunately. But let's just do a... Why is that wonky? It's really bothering me now. Is it the wheels? What's going on? Why is that... It just seems like he's sort of going to one side. It's really... Do you see it? Can you see that? It's just like it's leaning to one side. It's bothering me. Let's get a size comparison, and because it's something everyone should have. Ooh, Facebook. It's something that everyone should have at least one version of. Kingdom Cheetor. So they're all something along Deluxe to Voyager scale. Okay. Awesome. So let's go for. Should we? Let's start off with something interesting. Go through the degrees of bad, and end up with the good thing, shall we? Let's play this game. And I've got all the instructions. Deformation Mech sketch map, because that's a thing apparently. I've got them all. Look. I've got all these. Aren't they interesting? I've not looked at them because I'm a maverick renegade. Let's have a look at this one. And I don't know what the original was like. We might get a cat in frame if we're not careful. I don't know what the original was like. I never got it, so this is just sort of like... But it's a nice enough thing. It kind of makes me want the original. I got the Last Night version, but I never got the Age of Extinction version. You know, one with all the extra guns and all that kind of stuff. When they tried to make him look butch. For the Last Night version, where they just made him look fat because it's supposed to be funny. But this is fine. It's fine. There's one bit I want to fix. I'll point it out when we get to robot mode, but there's one bit I want to fix. Alright, should we try and transform it? Because this is where I get a bit stuck. What we need to do is sort of try and pop the legs apart here. I'm not sure if we just pop the whole thing apart, that might make life easier. What we need to do is get this grey piece here detached from the thing around it. Around the top, because it's attached to all this. However, this tabs in everywhere, so let's just try and wriggle it loose and pop it. That's a slight issue we've got with the KO. However, it did pop it loose the other side, so, you know, silver linings. Okay, so we've got this. Swing these around to the side, and this little groove grabs around the side mirror. And on this side, just noticed I wasn't looking at the camera, so I don't know if you saw any of that. We're going to flip this up so that this giant obvious tab goes into giant obvious slot. Just. And then on big double hinge that keeps trying to pop off, we're going to hinge this around and into there. Okay? Rotate the little toesy woesies. There we go. And then we get these pieces and rotate them down and around. And then you've got the hands inside here that are on a ball joint, all that stuff. Rotate it down around. Ball joint, okay. And then we need to go in the back here and somehow get this to pop out, because it likes to stay. I'll stick my finger in there and push. There you go. I need to tidy up the edges here. If you can see any of this, I need to tidy up all this stuff, maybe file it down a little bit so there's a bit more clearance. But I wanted to leave it for the review so you guys could see. Flip that over the top and into place. And that is Hound in roll-up mode. And it looks okay from a distance. It looks okay. And then you get up close and start looking at his face. Ooh, 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 that ain't good. Oh dear, oh dear. That ain't good at all. I feel like this peg's too long. If it was a bit shorter, it might go in flush, but as it is, it stands off a bit. This hinge in the middle is a nightmare, but that's not what I want to complain about. There's no knees, which I wish there was, but again, not what I'm complaining about. What I'm complaining about is this. I want to cut through here and put a swivel. That's what I want to do. I don't know if I will, but that's what I want to do. Because if you want to put his arms, they just go out to there. You can't put them forward without twisting the whole thing. So you can do that to put his arm forward. Otherwise, the elbow just goes out to the side. It's like he's prancing through the... yeah. It's like he's skipping through a meadow. Wee, wee, wee. It's bit upsetting. Not upsetting, what's the word? Stupid. That's the word I'm looking for. And I think, weapon-wise, because they gave 5 weapons, I think he came with this one. Which you can just about get in his hand, and he can hold. There you go. But he can't use it unless he's just going to do a lot of sideways axe swinging, which I suppose works. It's fine. I don't know what they knocked it off from, but it's fine. So he's okay. Could have been a lot better, but yeah, whatever. Where do we want to go first? Let me ask someone who's been very quiet, my little assistant for today. Ip, dip, sky blue. Which one?
Dip.
Ip, dip. This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Pull little drift. Okay. I have this figure. I have the proper one of this figure. This ain't it. It looks very nice. It looks about right. But, as in tradition of all cheap Transformery things ever, you can see exactly how it works. It's, yeah. So, let's start off as we mean to carry on. We're going to pop the doors loose and fold them up. Fold them up. We're going to pop all this loose. How do we... There we go. I'm going to pop that loose, get the sides loose. Okay, and this all loose. And is there a hinge somewhere? It feels like there should be a hinge, but I don't know if there is. Get all that loose. Fold the arms out a bit. Fold this down, which will try and bring the head. Haha! Bring the head. Oh, I'm not showing you the head yet. You can wait for the head. We're going to sort the legs out. Move this out of the way so you can fold the spoilers up. And get the feet out. Split the legs. And the stuff on the back you can't really do much with. Can I rotate it around? Will that help? It's on a ball joint. I guess I can rotate it around. Let's try and do that. I guess that's about as good as it's going to get, really. And do you want to see the face? Let's show you the face first.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, yes. Let's show everybody else. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, looks like one of the things from the beginning of the Fifth Element. You know, the guy gets trapped in the wall with his finger with a key sticking out of it. You've probably no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, poor little soul. Oh, that ain't good. But the arms look about right. They've got the things on the side, the little ninja samurai shoulder pad things. I think they're going the wrong way, but they're there. This bit folds down to the chest, like the original. It looks okay. The fact that there's no real articulation. He's got elbow, so that's a thing. He's got elbow. These will move. Bit hindered by this. So it's not a ball joint. If you want, you can pop it off. But what you can do with it then? But that face. Oh, poor little sausage. Oh dear. And he came with this somewhat bent sword in a much different colour plastic than everything else, which he can't hold because it's too loose. Oh, poor little fella. I can tighten up his hand with super glue or something, it's not a big deal, but he can't even hold it. Poor little sausage. Let's put you way at the back over there. Stay. There you go. Okay. Eeny meeny.
Meaning.
Okay, Age of Extinction Bumblebee. Oh dear, oh dear. It's Age of Extinction Bumblebee. It looks like Age of Extinction Bumblebee. It is Age of Extinction Bumblebee. But nowhere near as good. And Age of Extinction Bumblebee was... Okay, so... I don't even remember how to do this one. I think I was too busy laughing when I transformed it to come back home. Right, okay. So we popped all that loose up on big double hingy doobery. We're going to pop the sides loose. Is that what I do next? Or do we pop the front bit loose? I don't know, whatever. Pop it all loose. Wriggle, wriggle. I'm not going in depth with this because I don't care, to be honest with you. It's not super important. Right, there are little pegs inside here going into those holes I saw from this side, so we'll wriggle that out. Okay, and then, see, someone's actually put just a little bit of effort into the legs, because the legs basically transform the way they did on the original. Let's say we need to rotate this around and onto the side there. Am I going to be in the way of things? Do I need to do that later? Whatever, it's done now. Oh, my nose has gone sniffly. There. Right, okay. We need to fold this down and rotate that onto the back and then swivel at the upper leg. That's quite good. Okay, we'll bring this down, straighten it, fold that inside and rotate. And the dogs are being idiots in the background. It's fine. And then this folds underneath there and doesn't do anything, it just sort of sits there. But I think we can... Stay there. Hold on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. Let's not try and turn this around and shove it on the back so it's all one thing. Let's just have it hanging loose. Okay, so the legs are not as good, but basically the way the original were. And he's got elbows, but again, they go inwards. So he can do a Superman pose, and that's about it. It's about all you're going to get out of him. That chair moved. I think a cat's being an idiot. Okay. So you got all this just hanging off the back. You got these on the backs of the legs, which, can't fault them because that's where they went on the original. They were a bit more tidy, but that's where they went on the original, so I can't fault them for that. But gorilla fisted again. Why did they do that on things? I don't understand. And he came with, let me try and find the one that I think he came with. I'm going to go with that one. That, which again kind of looks a bit Fifth Element-y. I should have given that to Drift. Let's see if he can hold it. Can he hold it? Can he hold it? Yeah, he can. And he can... Oh, that's tight. Just about point it at someone. But only if they're standing, like, over there. Because his arm won't quite go straight. Whatever, it's fine. He's alright. He's stupid, but he's alright. Okay. What's your choice now?
That one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's only this one left. This is possibly the one that holds together the worst out of all the car modes. It's the first one I transformed, and it just wants to fall apart. As soon as you touch it, it just wants to explode into a robot. Does not want to stay as a car at all. Maybe I did something wrong, because there's a really awkward part of the transformation, which I don't know. But it kind of looks like him. It's not very well painted, but it looks like Crosshairs, so we're fine. Let's try and transform him, because it's all he wants to do. Oh look, it's a robot. But that's not as easy as it sounds, because you think, oh, you just pull the arms out, pull the things out, sort the legs out a bit, done. No. It's much more complicated than that. So we need to get the arms loose. Need to detach these pieces, because I think they peg in the top there, and they were loose as soon as I looked at it, but now because I want to transform him, they're not. So there's a peg there and a slot there, because that's not going to make life difficult for anyone, is it? Get that loose from here, because these are supposed to be parts of his little trench coat. Get this loose so I can wiggle him a bit more. Okay, get this loose from the front, so that's his little trench coaty whatever hanging off the back. Split the legs, rotate them, bring down the toes, and that's really loose. Okay. And this is when you go, oh, well, it's done. That's easy. No. Told you, difficult. Inside here, if you can see, that little shape there, there's a little sort of S shape with a ball joint one side and ball joint the other, which you need to adjust to get to the shoulders to the right position. And they don't like doing it. They do not like doing it. Let's get this up here somewhere. There you go. I think that's right, but then all the backpack stuff gets in the way, so I don't know. But see how this one's up here and that one's down there? It's not a big difference, but for the transformation, you can't do it without messing with these things. But you can't get your finger in there, so you got to try and just wiggle it around against itself. Is that right? It looks about right. Is that right? Yeah, okay, good. And there he is, with his little trench coat and it's just car bits hanging off the back. It doesn't look like anything because there's no bits to connect it. The original, because in the cartoon he's supposed to have had like a big coat. Inside these doors there were bits of rubber that folded out and connected on the side there, so it made it one big piece. So it looked like the back of a coat while he's running around. Fine. But this, because there aren't, it just looks like bits of car just hanging off the back. But it did in the original, let's be fair. Okay, so there's that. And he's a thing, and yeah, he doesn't hold so well because of all the stuff on the back, and these ankles are super loose. Got him, okay. And I think he came with that one. There's nothing worth writing home about, but let's see if he can hold it. Place your bets. Oh, hit it. Wait, can I hit it? There, he's holding it. It's about as good as I can get. Maybe he's supposed to have the sword and Drift's supposed to have the gun, which makes no sense, but sure, maybe. Just. He's got elbows. That's all I can give you, sorry. Yeah, he's not very good at all. Bumblebee, I can kind of give him a pass because, again, they've copied some of the more complicated transformation for the legs, so alright, fine. Drift's an absolute nightmare. He looks okay from a distance, but he doesn't come off well for the transformation and the execution. So this set's not very good so far. Let's go for the highlight of the whole thing. Dun, 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 which doesn't roll at all. This is the highlight of the whole set. It looks about right. Some of the colours mismatched because of the different plastics, but if I wanted I could paint, and I've been very, very tempted to paint, but I've been waiting for you guys, so I'm good. I'm being good. The feet don't fold in. They've got sort of moulded in the trailer hitch. The original, these leg bits here would sort of hinge over and cover in the top there, so they weren't just sticking out the back. But you can still kind of get away with it. So. But he looks pretty good, to be honest with you. Pretty good. Now you've got a little hole in the top. So of all these figures, he's about the only one where you can actually stick the gun. Because that doesn't look silly. And I think that's his gun from the film. Pretty sure. And yeah, I've tightened that with super glue because it wouldn't fit in his hand or anything. So no, I tightened that and I tightened the hand. But let's transform it, shall we? Yay! Okay. Pop the front bit loose. Okay. Get that out and about. Wiggle these sides out, which don't hold super well, but so what? Fold this out. Now we need to wiggle this loose. Oh no, split this first. Come on, Christopher. Split this first, get it out of the way. Need to get this out, and at the same time kind of wriggle this side panel loose. Because what we need to do is get that to there. So to give this clearance to get through, you've got to pull this out to the side a little bit and just sort of force it through. Okay, we'll get that up and out of the way for now. Do it on the other side and try and show you a bit more. So we'll fold this over, try and pull this, get over as far as you can and get this side panel loose, which will allow you in that to get it around and fold it over. Might as well straighten the legs out. Get this over the top and just shove it into place there. Bring this up, bring these around, and they don't. There's a little nubbin sticking out here and here, and a little groove there, which I'm not sure if it actually tabs onto or not, but it seems to want to go about there and stay. Bring this over the top and try and get it to a nice position without it looking too bad. Again, it doesn't seem to lock very well into place, but it stays there. Bring the arm down. Bring the arm down. If you touch the back, this will pop loose, but it doesn't matter. And split the legs. And that is not a bad little Optimus Prime. All things considered, that ain't bad at all. Now, I know on the original they had like this piece folded over, so it was just this piece, because the first version of the thing in the film did that, they did. Don't care. These pipes, on the original, I think it only had one, and that would fold up inside so you couldn't see it, but I kind of like the junky pipes hanging out look. There's no waist, which is a shame. There's no thigh swivel, although there's a ball joint, but there is a knee, so he's miles ahead of everyone else so far. No ankle, don't care. Head is on a ball joint, so it will turn around. It's not terrible moulded, it's not the best painted, but it's there. And you know what? He gets away with it. Completely gets away with it. I'm quite happy with this one. Quite happy indeed. And I can get that, and I can put it in his hand. And he can... well, he can go pew, 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 pew. And he's killed everyone else. Yay! Victory. Which in the films he probably would these days, because he's just a mad murdering maniac. Well, how long is this? 23 minutes. Woo! Okay, let's get a size comparison. So, yeah, if anyone's got any idea how I can cut through this and put a swivel without being smart, because I'm not, get him standing there. Get you standing there. Get you standing there. And I'm out of shot, so I'll just have to move the camera because I don't want to move these because they'll fall over again. Why am I making this sound like a Buddhist chant? Okay. And bring it up slightly, trying not to show the cat. Okay. They're fine. Size comparison. Kingdom, Black Arachnia. So they're all at least Voyager scale. They're all pretty big. So 5 KO Voyagers, £20. This is really good. He's okay. He's not as bad as you'd think. Bad. I was on holiday. I was determined to come back with something. Just because I did. Anyway, I'm going to scarper because this video has been going on far too long and I need to tell off the dogs. So, I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you in the next one. Bye bye.